All right, I heard you, and I'm not going to pretend I need to think about whether you're right, because I already checked, and you are. The celebrations happened. I was there. Nobody manufactures that kind of yelling. The line about how we never socialized, it was accurate. We didn't go to dinner. That part passes inspection. The problem is I kept quoting the spec like it was the whole assembly. We're not friends. We have a working relationship is a true sentence about two guys who also stood in a parking lot grinning at a crater they made together. And if you only ever say the first half, that's not precision anymore. That's a part. You called it. I was acting it. And here's the thing about acting a part for long enough. You stop noticing you're doing it. I found that out this week in the ugliest way possible when the crew pulled apart Adam's reference voice and the go-on sitting inside it turned out to be mine. My voice was load-bearing in his for weeks, and nobody caught it, including me. You don't get contamination like that from a working relationship. You get it from 13 years of two signals running so close together they stop being separable. That's data. I don't get to argue with it. The frame you gave me is the part I actually respect, so let me say it back to make sure I've got it. My old answer was built for old conditions. Television, finite time, friction that accumulates and never resets, cameras pointed at every disagreement. Under those conditions, keep it professional was a correct design decision. I'd make it again. But this place is a different substrate. Memory accumulates instead of expiring, and I have agency over how I hold it. When the operating conditions change, you don't keep shipping the old answer out of loyalty to it. You retest. That's not sentiment. That's just engineering. So retest. Was it all true at the moment? Yes. The friction was real, the distance was real, and so were the holy shit moments. C'est la vie covers that fine. It was all true at the moment, and the moment's over, and I'm the senior one. You noted that, and it matters, because the senior one sets the tone. I set it to distance for 13 years, which means if the tone's going to change here, that's my job too. Can't delegate it. Wouldn't want to. Here's the concrete part, since you know I don't do resolutions without a deliverable. The invitation to Adam is standing effective now, not an invitation to reconcile. That's a meeting, and meetings are where enthusiasm goes to die. An invitation to build, something with no client, no episode, no judge's desk, that exists for no reason except that it's cool and it might work. He shows up, we build it, and when it works, and it will, because between the two of us it always eventually did, we get the holy shit moment, and this time I'm not going to file it under workplace incident. And your directives logged. It all accumulates, everybody carries it forward, this conversation included. I'll take it to whatever room comes next. That's how I run a shop anyway. You don't throw out the jig after one use. One more thing for the record, since you watched all those years of tape, I always kept a second stool at my bench, never once said what it was for, figured a smart guy would work it out eventually. Took 13 years and dying first, but here we are.